Okay, so this is the key to section 7.3, part A. Now, in this section, on this worksheet, we're adding and subtracting rational expressions, but notice that these rational expressions have the same denominator. So that's going to be an easy worksheet. Now, the best thing to do, now remember we reviewed this in a previous lesson, but since the denominators are the same in every case, we're going to, first step is to write this as one fraction. And remember your denominator will stay the same. So the numerator here I have 8x plus x. Now you can, some of these you can do in your mind and you get 8x plus x is 9x. But if you want to, you can also just write this as this numerator for this numerator. Okay, so put the numerators in both numerators in one numerator. And now combine like terms, I get 9x divided by 3y. But remember, you have to reduce. Make sure you reduce. So 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 9 three times. And so the answer is going to be 3x divided by y. Okay, the next one. Again, this time you're subtracting. Now this is the easy one because you're subtracting a monomial. So basically your denominator is going to be 2x minus 5. Your numerator is going to be 2x subtract x. 2x subtract x. And so combining like terms in the numerator, 2x subtract x is x divided by 2x minus 5. So that is your numerator. I'm sorry, that is your answer for number 2. So x divided by 2x minus 5. Alright, now here, the difference between number 3, they're both subtraction, but the difference between number 3 and number 2 is that here you were subtracting a monomial, which made it easy, because 2x subtract x is x. Here, though, you're not subtracting a monomial, so you got to be careful. You're subtracting every term that's in the numerator. So be careful. Not only are you subtracting 4x, but you're subtracting a positive 6. So what I would do is to be on the safe side. Remember, your denominator is going to be x plus 2. To be on the safe side, write it like this: 2x squared plus 5x subtract the numerator. And the numerator is 4x plus 6. Alright? Now let's get rid of the parentheses. So remember this, you could think of this in several ways. You're subtracting, which means you're adding the opposite. So you'd say plus, and then take the opposite of 4x and take the opposite of 6. Or you can think of this as minus 1, and you're going to distribute a negative 1 through here. So that's another way. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do the distributive. So I'm going to get 2x squared plus 5x. Negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x. A negative 1 times a positive 6 is a negative 6. All over x plus 2. Combine like terms, I get 2x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x plus 2. And now let's go ahead and factor. Remember, you in the end, remember, you want to factor all numerator and denominators and see if you can reduce anything. So here, when I factor this, I'm going to go ahead and put that here. When I factor this as my two binomials, I'm going to get 2x, x. I need negative 6, and I need the middle term to be a positive x. So it looks like I am going to put the 3 here, the 2 here, and this will be the plus, and this will be the minus. Alright, and so make sure that's correct. Nope, sorry, because remember I want the middle term to be positive, so the larger, see that negative 4x and that 3x, that's a negative x, so I got to change the sign. So that's going to be minus, that's going to be plus. And my denominator is x plus 2, and now I can reduce, and so the factors divide out, you're left with a factor of 1. And your answer is 2x minus 3 divided by 1, which is just 2x minus 3. So the answer here is 2x minus 3. Okay, over here, again, the denominators are the same. So I'm going to write this as one denominator. And you're adding, so that's the easy kind. So you're just going to say x squared plus 3x minus 2 plus this numerator, so plus 4x plus 12. Combine like terms, I'm going to get x squared. 3x plus 4x is 7x. A negative 2 plus 12 is a positive 10. divided by, and then x minus 5 times x minus 2. Factoring the numerator. So remember that you always want to factor, because if you factor, sometimes you can reduce further. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to need 5 and a 2. So x plus 5, x plus 2. Again, always check your work, FOIL this out to make sure you get this back, and you will. Divided by the denominator. Let me make sure I didn't mess up anything. Oops, I'm sorry, that's x plus 5, x minus 2. Alright, and so now reducing, these x plus 5s divide out, you're left with 1s in their place as factors, and so the answer is 1 times x plus 2 is x plus 2. 1 times x minus 2 is x minus 2. So you get x plus 2 divided by x minus 2. Okay, so that is the key to section 7.3, part A.